I was rushing. I got up. I was hungry.
All right, let's go. What up? This is Nerdz Ramblings. Not the podcast. We're going to do a WandaVision review of the whole season and our thoughts and what's probably to come. We got Stretch Armstrong, Leader Poet. I'm Griffin Nerd OG. Go ahead, fellas. How'd you feel about the season?
I'm hyped. Yeah, I'm hyped. It's funny because something you brought up happened in the show, Griff. And I was like, when it happened, I was like, we talked about that shit. We talked about it. And it was the White Vision when they link up and they have their little moment. I was like, oh, yeah, this is about to be ignorant from here on out. And then I am interested to see what happens next season, though. Now it's got me wanting the next season already.
I know it started off shaky for a lot of people for the first 2 episodes.
Man.
Because I know a lot of people hating, but I'm into the slow burn and stuff if I can figure out what's going on. And I knew they were going to reference the old shows at the end, like at some point, to why like it started off 50s and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was... They're doing a hell of a job connecting everything back together, and that's what I can't wait for. Was one because I feel like they're gonna do crossovers and they gonna put CW and DC crossovers to shame, and they're gonna put the Netflix crossover to shame.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot them some bail because Netflix was almost like this. It was almost self-contained, but it was like they referenced, hey, this other stuff happened, but it was like we don't have those rights. We're just gonna keep it right here. Like it was something like they were limited. I enjoyed the slow burn. I wasn't tripping about it. But I also feel like because we were warned, this is the problem I have with a lot of people. That's why a lot of critics get on my nerves. We were shown the black and white old school from the jump. Yes. So it's like, hey man, this thing starts off like an old school show. You like the trailer has shown us for the last 6 months?
Yes.
It's like you're getting mad at the show for what it is. If you didn't want to watch that, don't watch the show. Plus, we're gonna have to have a slow burn. They're trying to introduce whole universes. So it's like all of this is going to have to be like, we got to check these boxes. Because I think what I'm hoping they're trying to do is let's slowly bring everything together and not leave open storyline ends like the first generation did. Because there's open storyline ends we've discussed before where it's like you didn't address this, and this, and you left this hanging.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm okay with that if it's going to address everything and bring, because Agatha, I've even heard of Agatha. So the fact that we got a brand new hero none of us have heard of, I'm like, that was kind of cool. I've never heard of her. And she made sense. And that actress is hilarious. I've seen her. She was in the Goods.
Yeah, she's in a bunch of random shit.
Goods, Anchorman. Like she's been hilarious. I was like, oh, I like to see her.
Step Brothers. Her and Step Brothers is my
favorite. Step Brothers was, bruh, she was comedy.
Step Brothers.
Bro, that was hilarious. She took him in the bathroom.
But hey, I ain't gonna stunt. That was a fire scene between her and Wanda.
Yeah.
When she hollered, "No, you can't do this to me." That's still one of my favorite scenes from the whole season now.
Right.
She's like, "I'll know where to find you. Don't worry."
And I think that's going to play back in it because, like I was saying, Agatha Harkness, like in the comics, she's not necessarily a bad guy. She's and she like mentors Wanda, like how to help her and stuff. So I think she will come back and like.
Well, she kept around said, "I know where to find you if I need you." She did say that. I know where to find you if I need you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just was a fire scene to me when she said that and just kind of walked off. Like, yeah, we good here. That, yeah. I'm done. Yeah.
So
this is now see when you said a second ago, Lewis, about a season 2, I started thinking to myself, I don't know if we're going to necessarily get a season 2. What might happen is possibly we're going to get these shows, right? They're going to link to the movies, and what'll probably happen is whenever this next phase is over, it'll probably come around and be a different set of shows.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be like just something to link into the movies and stuff like that. But what's crazy is they did already greenlight season 2 of Loki. They just announced that last week.
I'm going to say why I think that makes sense because Loki seems like, because he's doing this little like time hopping multiverse thing.
Yeah,
he might be able to be like, he's like, I'm over here. Like, this is what we're going to be watching. And he's like, over here.
He's already a Loki from a different universe because he got killed in that one. Yeah. And he's working with Time Police and like the Tribunal we already talked about off that trailer. So,
yeah. My question though is, Did y'all peep that it said series finale?
It did say
that.
It did.
It said series.
Yeah. And they purposely named the episode that. Now, there was supposed to be a bonus episode. I don't know if 9 was the actual bonus episode and there was only supposed to be 8, or next week we're getting one.
We talked about that, didn't we? I heard the same rumor.
Yeah. So when they, because it was stopped in COVID, because like we said, Winter Soldier was supposed to be the first. The COVID messed it up, but since they had more shots abroad, they were able to do WandaVision because I was in studio. So during the reshoots and whatever they're fixing, they did an extra episode. So I don't know if 9 is the extra, but we got something coming up next week to do a little filler. Because remember all those special guests and pop-ups we were supposed to get, we didn't get. People are mad about.
Yeah,
might be coming up this week because Winter Soldier is the week after this next.
And they did say there's not a week that they're gonna miss, basically.
That sounds dope. There's a lot.
That'd be all right.
Can I ask y'all a question? Do y'all think some of these movies are going to drop on Disney Plus and not in theaters just because?
Fuck yeah.
I think they still want their money, but
are they going to Mulan it? Because I don't want to pay $30. I'll pay $15.
Yeah, some of them they'll Mulan it.
Because Raya,
I think
the new Disney joint, that's $30. That's $30. The Raya, the Last Dragon joint, that's $30. And I was like, I wanted to watch it. Not that bad.
I think they figured that out because Mulan didn't do well with that 30 price, right?
But Mulan was also not that good of a movie according to people.
But kids movies, Disney's gonna get at least that first initial. If they just put it like everything else, just made it $9 like every other pay-per-view or whatever like that, it'd been fine.
That's why I didn't get either. 30 didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Without movie theater experience. Yeah, without movie theater experience, I know we discussed this already. Without the lights, like especially saying aside, no lights, no sound, no giant, building size screen. It's like that's,
and they don't get to keep it.
Yeah, it's like I don't have like a permanent downloadable copy.
It's only the 24-hour or 48 like the normal rental is, so it's not even.
You can literally get new movies on Amazon cost less than that, and more people have Amazon. It was kind of like, so you're more expensive than people who do this better than you. It's like that wasn't a great idea in my opinion.
But what was that new movie that just came out with the girl and the dragon?
Raya.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was going to click play, and I seen that 39. I said 29. Oh, I'm good. I watched that when it goes.
So that's 32 on Disney Plus?
Yeah, I seen it because I was going to watch it the other night. I was like, let me start this and finish it later. I was like, oh, I'm good.
What are they doing?
If it costs, I'm not paying for it. I already paid for your service.
Yeah, why are they doing that?
Griff, this was me and your issue with Xbox 360 before they made the change, where you had to pay for
their service on
live. Yeah, like you had to pay for live to even use the streaming apps though.
Yeah, like, they used to be trash.
I was like, nah, that don't sound right.
I remember when they switched that actually.
Yeah, and that was at a time when PlayStation was just completely free too.
So it was like, bro, so it's like, dude, no other device has that. No other device was doing that. We had to pay for their online service and then your own personal services.
Yeah, but we used to say the same thing that we say now.
What?
We don't get hacked.
Hacked?
Yeah, Funny story. That's where our money goes.
Funny story. Me and somebody had an argument about this years ago. You guys were right at the same time. You're actually wrong. No, you did not have a massive hack, but you guys used to actually get hacked on a smaller scale. And I remember I didn't know about it until someone told me about it. Like this dude was somebody he was playing the game. He typed in his stuff, and they recorded his keystrokes off his Xbox, and then his Xbox ID got hacked. Like y'all didn't get a massive hack, but Xbox used to get hacked. So when I heard that, I was like, huh?
It's still Microsoft, so people can hack PC.
So yeah, so it's kind of like, now no one got hacked even on the micro scale. Hey, no worries for me at all. But it was like, but when I heard it, I said, all right, bro, that's like, and then talking about, man, I'm 30 and old. Don't you have like 3 DQs?
But so this is the first time. I hope this trend.
We'll do DQs later.
So I hope this trend sticks with them not killing off any villains anymore that are supposed to stick around, because White Vision is still floating around. He flew off. I thought they were going to murder.
Hey, I seen that. That White Vision thing was cool.
He started touching.
I thought so too.
But he did unlock his memories up until the snap, so he knows who he was. But
yeah, I mean, he even says "I am Vision" and it flies off.
Yeah, so he got his memories as far as data. But the thing about White Vision, he ain't got no emotions. but he does have like memories, so he's logical and stuff. But he don't.
Unless he's going to learn them again from scratch.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as he still doesn't process them the same.
That's right, because the Soul Stone was different. The Soul Stone is more than just power.
And if y'all noticed, like they didn't try to make their faces match. Like they restructured his face, so like
his face
could
just
be
a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that. It was a little bit. Yeah, it was different.
So they could use a different actor or whatever like that.
But that actor was funny because I remember he was in A Knight's Tale, and he was a.
Man.
He was a drunken gambler.
There was a meme that was like
when Taylor brought that up, I was like, I didn't.
How I met him.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that because I'm like. Because he was covered in dirt too. It was like, oh man,
he killed that whole movie though. He made that movie.
He was hilarious. He was hilarious, bro, and he was like compelling. Because he was like, I'm smart, but I have this issue.
I got this one issue.
He's like, I can get you together, but I'm a drunken gambler, and it's like, he kept it a buck though.
So, was them bringing in Evans that played Quicksilver and Fox a way just to do the final? We're shitting on Fox movies. They'd be like, haha, nah, he wasn't even a real Quicksilver. He was just a fake dude. Like she just hired someone, like she casted someone. She manipulated an actor that happened to be living in town.
my thing, what I was hoping was it was going to be that. If you don't
I didn't even catch that till right now. That's
because the new Captain Marvel was sitting here like, what's your name? But that's what made me lead into the reason I didn't. I'm not gonna say it's a problem. It's not some big issue. Why I didn't like what the actress said, but she was like, "This is not supposed to be some introduction to the multiverse. This is about this character and a broken character getting her just due." And I'm like, "Shut up! You set because you set the show up to make us think it's going to be a multiverse lead-in. You wait to the end of the show. It wasn't about that. It's like, no, we know now. Yeah. But between you manipulating reality on a large scale, showing a Fox Marvel actor, it's like, no, you made us think you were going to do that.
Yeah, that was a big bait and switch on that one.
So my thing is when she said that, I was like, you sound kind of like an ass because it's like, but you made the show seem that way.
But everybody watched the both ending credits, right? Both of the credits, right?
Yeah. My Jesus scrolls in them. She's talking about Nick Fury, ain't she?
Yep.
That's what I thought. And then her doing the exact same thing that he was doing during Endgame. No, not Endgame. Sorry, Infinity War. Before that, where she's sitting there with the book, learning it like with a whole.
That's not even Endgame.
Separating herself.
Yeah, that's not even Endgame. That's Doctor Strange movie. Remember, because he was studying with himself while he was asleep.
I remember that. Yeah. It was it's like the same thing.
Yeah. So she had her fake one watching the house while she would. May
I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. In the comic books, is she supposed to be more powerful than Doctor Strange? Because the person said this Scarlet Witch is supposed to be more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. But then I thought to myself, but isn't Doctor Strange supposed to be like the greater Sorcerer Supreme? So it's kind of like, which one of those is going to win?
I think that's
because he has control
for the movies, and I think that's for MCU type because Kevin Feige said she was the strongest, but we know.
Because the thing is, didn't they make her the strongest? The problem is, unless she's going to do the House of M stuff, I don't think people understand that Scarlet Witch is an amazing, important character, but there are times where literally her character in the universe gets, and then you may not really jig with her for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like she's important, but she's not important always.
And like when she reached those heights, she was insane at that point. She drove herself insane. That's why she manipulated reality and stuff like that.
So if you're going to make her this powerful, don't just say that to say it. If it's not going to serve a purpose, you wasted the phrase. She's going to be popular for everybody. Cool.
And,
why?
This is like a witch saying this. Like all she knows is witch realm. She'll know about aliens and stuff like that.
No, that's true. That's true.
And like in Infinity Stone, like she didn't know what that was. She had to find out what a Mind Stone was when she looked at her memory. So,
but I will say her little. I guess you can call it a crown now. So it's like it's a label, not a person. Like the way the Scarlet Witch thing appeared, I was like, oh.
So instead of being her code, they made it like a title. So
like a legend, yeah.
Yeah.
I found that interesting. I liked it.
So I'm waiting on. I was hoping they do like. That's why I was really mad about the Quicksilver thing when they made him Ralph, and I thought they were really going to bring in Mephisto and stuff like that.
So they own 100% of all that shit now, right?
All the mutants, so all the Fox stuff. So Fantastic Four, all the villains, X-Men, mutants,
Deadpool,
Silver Surfer, Deadpool. Anything associated with X-Men, so they just
only thing they don't own now. They don't own Spider-Man's, and they don't fully own Hulk apparently.
Yeah, and Hulk.
Hulk is shared.
Yeah.
With Paramount, I think.
That's why they can't do the full another movie.
Yeah, they can't do it. They can use all his rights as far as like animated and cameos. But
but he cannot have his own film.
No, they got a partnership with somebody for.
But the problem I have with that with Paramount, I think Paramount owns it. If we can't make it cool, then do something.
That's up fans.
If you're not going to let them use it.
Business wise, that makes no sense.
No, but okay about this.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna tell you why. If you make no movie with it, right, and we're giving cameos, and obviously you're probably getting a piece of that, right? You make a movie with us. You see, Spider-Man was every Spider-Man's been a success. All the new ones, like literally, if you're Incredible Hulk, you can look at Spider-Man and go, "Huh, how's that working?" And y'all making bread and bringing the other characters into your universe, which will make them more money. There's literally no downside unless the cut's bad. Unless the cut's gonna be bad, there's no downside. Like I said, unless the cut's bad.
I don't think that they're worried about that. I think what their thing is how much are you willing to give us? Because they're not going to make a movie. They want to sell it. I guarantee you they want to sell it.
Yeah, it's probably about cuts, like how Sony got into it with Spider-Man to the last minute.
Yeah, it's going to come down to that. And Disney's going to play tight to the vest. They just blew all their money anyways.
They spent a lot of money. But I will say this though. Who was it? When Marvel did about what X-Men and Fox though, what they did was, okay, you have these movie rights, which the movies weren't doing great at the end. So it's kind of like this. And all our animated and all our games and all our comics and all our pictures, images, remember Marvel started pushing all the X-Men stuff kind of like to the corner. They were like, cool, we'll make it to where your source material, you have nothing to pull from. Then eventually when Fox sold everything, it was kind of like, all right, it's easy now.
Right.
They made it to where like they were petty on the other side. It's like, dude, they still own these other rights. It's like how do I say this? You're gonna make more money playing ball, is what I'm saying. I feel like you'll make more money playing ball.
Because you remember, like when the first few movies came out, how they changed the cartoon and put them younger and made a road not fly and all that other stuff like that, and the toys and all that stuff. But now, like when these movies come in, they just changed the whole comics to where Professor X got that weird helmet now and all that stuff. They just like, I forget what they're doing. Oh, the X helmet? Yeah, they was like, we're revamping it. Forget what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Because, mind you, when that House of X and Powers of X, all the new stuff came out, that wasn't until that Fox deal went through. Like, a lot of stuff started changing at them. Y'all remember that every year they have those posters that show the whole Marvel universe? Like, they make one, I want to say it's every year. Bro, there was literally like one, if you go back like 5 years, the X-Men were right here. There was like 3 years ago, the X-Men were like in this corner. And then you go back to like 19, there's like no X-Men in the image. They was like, all right, y'all keep playing. We're going to make it hard for y'all.
But the thing they do with the show to make it dope was they took all the little side characters from some movies like Darcy and Agent Woo. And they brought in Monica Rambeau. So this is like the stars over is supposed to be WandaVision, which really, when you think about it, who really cared about Wanda in the movies? Like they were trying to figure her out. And Vision is dope as far as like comics, but they really weren't using him. Like he got stabbed the last 2 movies and was just laid up. And dead. So it's like we knew Vision was dope. It was like, yeah, they don't really use him.
Vision died twice.
I think they're gonna try to I think they're gonna try to slide a movie for her in there.
I think she's gonna cameo, but it should be interesting. And I think they're going to bring in all these side characters. Like, I cannot see them not using, like, Agent Woo and Dart. Like, I feel like all these side characters are going to start floating.
People like
gotta be in different shit. Popping in
Agent Woo, the doctor, and the doctor, professor lady. I forgot her name.
I think he's going to be the new, like, Carson, like an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think he's going to be that new dude to, like, float around with teams and stuff like that.
What's the girl's name? The 2 girls, 1 cup. She was the professor, Dr.
Dorsey.
Okay, sorry, I forgot her name. People like those 2 characters. They really did. Yeah. So it's like, it's kind of like when they did Black Panther. They put Civil War out, and they were like, let's see the reaction. Oh, y'all love him. Hey, green light that movie right now. And she dipped off in the episode.
He was like, what'd she say? Debriefings are for the week or something?
Debriefings are for the week. One thing I do like is that Scarlet Witch is powerful now. Remember how like she was kind of depowered a little bit? They did it to her. They did it to Hulk. They did it to Thor badly. You watch Thor Ragnarok, he has no hammer, and was doing like lightning, just stupid moves.
Yeah.
Then the Avengers was come out and he's like, "Oh, hammer hit me." I was like, "What? You was just doing lightning like a real thunder guy. Why are you not doing that now?" I didn't like that. Like
when they first came in Age of Ultron, when she came through, I was like, "That's Scarlet Witch," but then they kind of they trying to figure out. It was like, no, just make her fly and she can shoot stuff.
Use some red beams, red mist smoke.
And the same thing, that
she got
pissed me off
like
about Thor, like from Infinity War to Endgame. I was like, you can't,
because they made him strong, then took it away.
Yeah,
but there's no explanation. So when you see Thor Ragnarok, you see what he does.
Besides him getting out of shape,
he's gonna be dope in the sequels. And then all of a sudden, it's like he can't do them lightning powers, at least not to that extent ever again. I'm like, can you tell us why?
Yeah, he was fully.
He got turned into.
Yeah, like what the Hulk.
Yeah, it's like y'all can't be taking away powers people who are like in the top tier.
Right.
But you know what? It's like I think they're going to try to correct a lot of things because there were things they made statements about that I'm really hoping is not true. And the statements, and this mind you was like 2-3 years ago, where they said, we're going to just use my own made up stories. And I'm like, you haven't even addressed half of the Marvel stories. You don't have to do that. And I'm hoping they don't go that route.
What, addressing the Marvel?
Like, yeah, what they said was, we're going to, like for the future movies, I heard a rumor, and it might not be true. If I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong. They're like, we're going to just ignore all the other Marvel stories that already exist that we can write from and make up our own stuff. And I was like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Like, just there's too much good material that already exists that you haven't even touched on.
Marvel turned DC real quick.
Don't do it, Marvel. Y'all making it work.
If this is any inclination of what's gonna happen going forward, then they're gonna win because WandaVision.
I like this show.
Yeah, I don't see no really messing anything up now. Like I said, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we'll see if this Phantom episode comes out this week or not.
Hey, I hope so, because my Thursdays is gonna be hit.
Because I keep hearing that they're really pushing for this new Young Avengers stuff. So like they're saying Falcon Winter Soldier.
For what?
Young Avengers.
So you know how they're coming out with Spider-Man's gonna be a part of it since he's young, so it's gonna be Spider-Man, the new Hawkeye. Like when that show comes, they're gonna bring in Hawkeye's statue.
Yeah, his daughter. Yeah.
Ant-Man's daughter.
Ant-Man's daughter.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, they're talking about maybe bringing in a Patriot because they're talking about maybe introducing the guy who was experimented on before Captain America, the black guy.
The black, really?
Yeah.
Sam, I read that comic years ago where it's like the noir type style, and it was like the brothers experimented on before they got to the Captain America formula.
Yeah, so they're gonna probably talk about them like the Tuskegee, experiment, bring back that, and they said they might introduce Patriot, which is his grandson.
That'd be worth watching. That'd be worth watching.
That could be fire.
Especially, it'd be like a prequel. It wouldn't affect the rest of the universe. It could literally be
it could just be like Spider-Man introducing Miles Morales. Like he was in the comics, but it was like a year or something after all these events. It was like, oh yeah, now Miles Morales Spider-Man. But he was just a little side character in the comics forever. This
might be something.
But at the same time, on the Young Avengers.
No, they've been gearing it up because think all these actors, besides the ones we just got the movies for.
That's like true. They do this playing Spider-Man. You got to start with him now. And go ahead and capitalize on it. That's true.
In that animated movie, was there like a young Thor type character too? Like a girl or a boy or something like that. They had was like some
Thor has a daughter.
Oh,
but
that's what it was. There wasn't in the Thor in the I'm talking about the animated movie in the Young Avengers or Next Avengers.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. That old one. They had like Iron Lad and all that other stuff. But that wasn't off the main character. Remember, because they had the old Hulk. That was a weird futuristic.
Oh yeah. It was. You're right. It's in the future. It was No, you're right.
This Young Avengers is going to be, somewhat modern times. But like I said, we do know they're doing the Iron Heart.
Yeah, her stuff is good. She's getting a show, right?
Yeah, she's getting a show.
But you know what's funny? This is reminding me of there was an episode of South Park.
I'm happy about that shit.
I want to see. Look, this is how I feel about it. You give me more heroes, I'm watching more heroes. I want to see everybody. I want the movie. I want TV shows. I want to see because stuff that we saw as kids. Remember, if you didn't read the comics, you watched the cartoons, you might get a glimpse of Daredevil here, a glimpse of the not the Eternals here, a glimpse of the Inhumans here. A lot of these people who have these deep backstories in Marvel, if you watch the shows, you got maybe an episode every now and again. So I'm like, these people I want to see fleshed out. Great characters, great stories too. But if you didn't read about them, you don't know anything about them.
I said, we talked about this earlier. Like, this is probably the best thing they could have been ever did. It's like not just have the movies, but have these shows made of fillers for the in between.
Yes.
Tie everything is that way. All the actors work together. It's coincide, so you don't have to worry about people waiting. You got to wait a year to see what happens with that movie. No, they just follow the shows, and that's more money for you.
And not just that, it helps. In my opinion, it also is good because you can also shape how the next movie is going to be experienced.
Yes.
And what you think might be there is just going to give more oh shit in your head as it's getting closer and closer.
Right.
And I think that's the right
so you
route
gotta
for
fit
that.
20 comics into like this hour, 2-hour movie. You had like a year to get all these shows out and stuff like that. So you're like, oh, I just gotta focus on this one part. They know it's just a big fight now.
Yeah. There's the potential. The potential's there. Funny story. South Park talked about this years ago, where like they was gonna do like a Cartman has his own little fake Marvel universe. He was gonna make. We're gonna do a Netflix deal. We're gonna do this. And what he joked about was doing movie and TV simultaneously. So the MCU started. It was movies. Those 4 Netflix shows, which then they made not connected to it. Movies, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
South Park was making fun of it. They said he literally was like, you can just do it all at the same time.
Yeah, he was like, the coon was like, nobody wants to see the coon. He was like, no, the coon is the start of it all.
Yeah, I'm the star.
But that's what started that one game. What's it called? The Fractured Butthole?
The Fractured Butthole. I ain't played either one of them games. I heard they were fun though.
I got the Stick of Destiny or whatever. That was hilarious. Stick of Truth.
Bro, was the first one or the second one was if you want to make the game harder, you got darker skinned.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people was like, we're mad. And the authors were like, you do see what we're trying to do, right? And it was like, okay. The problem is if you're not into dark comedy, you're gonna be like, I'm offended now. Like actually they're on your side. People who are offended, it's supposed to be like what they're talking about. Like they're actually trying to focus on that. Don't be a B word. Like shut up and read the whole thing. But anyway, I'm so hyped for the MCU. I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm so hyped. That game is terrible though. The Avengers game is crap. I played the demo, and literally the minute I put the controller down, I said, I'm not buying this game.
Dude, I thought it was going to be free. And that's why the review never came out, because I was reviewing it as it was free. I was like, you know what? This is a demo. Once they fix it, the graphics, whatever, it's fine for $3.99. I was like, oh, you want me to pay?
Honestly, fam, if I took that game and make it a launch, if I made it a launch 360 PS3 title, that's where this game belongs. Level based, you're not picking your own character. Think about it. It plays like a launch title for 360 and PS3. When you talk about superhero games, and I can play Prototype, and I can play Infamous, and I can play Marvel Spider-Man, this game isn't even close to these games.
And then all the money grab within the game is like to change your skin and stuff like that. Like,
oh my God, the Arkham games. The Arkham games. It's not even good, the Arkham games. And there's no powers in Arkham. There's no powers in Arkham. And this is not as good as that.
Who put it out?
Square Enix. Who makes amazing RPGs, but it was
they did Avengers? They did that?
That's Square Enix. You remember the announcement years ago? It was a big deal. Oh, Square Enix is going to make a...
How are you going to do Final Fantasy Remake and then come out with Avengers?
Because I bet you they thought the license would sell itself. And I bet you they didn't.
I think that's something else. Square Enix probably was just a partner. They was like, no, we did the lighting. Something else is there. I won't put that on Square Enix. That had to be...
Square Enix had too many dope games where I'm like, I don't want to blame you, Square Enix, but that demo, I remember playing it. Wife was asleep. I was up. I said, let me give it a try while she sleep. You know how you playing the game and you know you have like time to play something and you're like,
I don't want to play this.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna play.
I stopped at the Hulk. I don't even know how deeper.
I didn't go past the. No. I went one past the Hulk to. I don't know if it was Black Widow. Whoever fought on the bridge next, I went to that part.
Oh no, I meant like when the game actually, the demo keeps going. So full story, it's like Hulk and Miss Marvel.
So I did play Miss Marvel. Also I just played the demo. I didn't go past the demo. And once the demo was over, I was like, "Oh, I'm smooth on this."
I think it kept going.
Because it went from Captain America on the bridge to the Hulk to I want to say Black Widow. To Miss Marvel, or Miss Marvel then Black Widow.
No, it was Miss Black Widow pretty much ended in Captain America the back and forth, and then it went to like beginning of the game.
Yeah, all I know is once I got past a certain point, I was like, "Oh, I'm smooth on this."
Yeah, I went through the whole and they let me wreck stuff a little bit, and it was better than the bridge one because that whole jump thing, the side to side, was dumb.
And it was very much a closed off game. Like if I was like we play a game like Devil May Cry, it's level based, but every level is extremely crazy. So it's like this is cool. This is level based, but it was so limiting. It's like room, another room, another room. I'm like, I'm the Hulk. As a concept, you've already messed up. I don't play the Hulk to be limited to a lab room.
Hulk smash. Oh, I was gonna say something simple.
Hulk kind of smash.
Is that bad?
If you get a chance, it's a free demo. I don't even know if it's still out. You'll play through it. You'll be like, what are they talking about? You'll get like an hour in and be like, superheroes I've watched on TV the last 10 years. That's all I can do. I'm straight. It's why Superman games never made any sense.
Random thought. I just got back to the Wanda thing. Like, so that little book she gets, the Dark Code, it's pretty much the ultimate witch's book of like dark magic, right?
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, it's made by some demon dude or some god entity, whatever. So she has that and she's reading it, so she's studying it. So maybe that's how they're gonna try to make her like the ultimate. So you think she might be like an anti-hero villain on the next one?
You know, she's seen as a villain right now by the people in the world. So
yeah, she was looking mad like how they treat Spider-Man and stuff like that.
That's true. So Spider-Man can't, bend cities to his whim.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, how, like right now, the last one left out was like he's a murderer, so the whole thing is probably going to be about him trying to get his. Then he's on the run, and I think that's why they're breaking in like the Matt Murdock to try to be his lawyer, and prove he's not Spider-Man or he's not.
Oh yeah, I remember that happened. That was wild.
Yeah,
that was wild.
So now that she's out, I think they're going to stick Dr. Strange on her, but.
That might be part of it, is where they clash and then the universe can't handle it. And it's just maybe.
Yeah. So like I think she might be like half the movie she's the bad guy, then they come together type and figure out who the real
You know what?
It might work out.
I don't know, but that'd be a pretty dope movie if Doctor Strange, in this next Doctor Strange movie, it's them two going ham and they're just keeping that shit under super wraps.
I'm gonna take a step further. Two different philosophies. He was an intelligent, hardworking person who became Sorcerer Supreme. She was gifted the natural talent of magic. And it's like hard work versus talent, and then who would win? Side note, how come J. Jonah Jameson has been the same J. Jonah Jameson across like 4 Spider-Man franchises? 3?
Because he's the best one for the job.
He really does it. He does his job, yeah. There's been 3 Spider-Mans. Hold on, 1.
Well, you know that. So since they're doing that weird multiverse thing, because Doctor Strange is in Spider-Man 3.
Oh, dope.
So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, because like I said,
did hear that.
I think that timeline thing is messing with Spider-Man's universe too, because that's why they're bringing in Electro, Jamie Foxx from that universe. They're bringing Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. From that universe.
I'm so hyped at this movie.
They're trying to lock down Michael for the Vulture or whatever, but I think he had some other, because the DC Batman thing, so they're trying to lock that up.
He's a DC villain or something, isn't he?
He's being
old Batman.
Yeah, they're bringing in
old Batman.
Michael Keaton.
He's gonna be old Batman, old man Batman.
But Sony's trying to get a contract where he can cameo.
What did he play in it?
Vulture. He was Homecoming.
Oh yeah, in the second Spider-Man movie.
The first.
He was villain. Oh, was the first one?
Yeah.
Homecoming.
You talking about with Tobey Maguire?
No,
Michael
the new
Keaton.
Okay. Yeah. My bad. I got you now. I thought you was talking about the one with Tobey Maguire.
The Tobey Maguire, Doc Octopus.
Yeah, I got you now. Yeah. Yep.
That guy came back. That actor came back.
Okay.
Griff, what you watching over there in the background?
Allegedly nothing.
What's on your TV in the background?
Tropic Thunder, classic.
Love that movie. Love that movie.
Put that in there, please.
I'm trying to think. The Spider-Man thing was kind of scaring me because I think I heard it. I can't remember where I read it from, but they said like they had locked down one of the Spider-Men, but not the other one, or they have locked them in.
I think Toby didn't sign or something like that, right?
Originally, I thought they had them all or something, but then what's your name? The Spider-Man now.
Tom Holland. He said Tom Holland did something that they didn't sign or something, right?
Yeah.
But which is weird because I thought Garfield was always on the hook for one more movie.
Technically, he was. If I'm saying, at first he was.
So I think he still has to.
Still can't believe they got rid of him.
Amazing Spider-Man.
They bring him back.
The Two Amazings. I love them two movies. People were like, "It's the worst." No, it was not, bro. Those were dope movies.
I thought those were all right. I don't care what nobody says. I thought they were all right.
He played a great Spider-Man. His Peter Parker man. Well, his Spider-Man was dope.
He was a good Spider-Man. Yes, he really was.
And my only pet peeve was with the first one was it was too close to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles plot when that came out.
Wait, the first one.
Oh shit! I forgot
the
they
changed
came
everything
out.
into lizards, and that's what the Turtles first movie. It was turning everything into mutants on the tower. It was too.
Similar?
I was like, yeah, it was too similar, and they came out like run out the year. I was like, what in the
my issue partially with the sequel was they made Jamie, and I kind of put this on Jamie a little bit. Jamie played the geeky role too far to where it was corny.
That was director.
Maybe that's. I think. I think that was maybe something he either wanted to try to do just to make that character seem that.
Why does it always have to be me? I was like, bro, just be regular.
If they're giving you prosthetics, they'll tell you like this is how bad you're gonna look. He dies out in, so you can't downplay that ugly. He was like, "This is my wig." All right.
I got you. I got you.
Only thing I hated was, but two had that dope ending where it was like, "Oh, we about to get the Sinister Six." All right, reboot in 2 years.
But they had too much going on. Like, it was no point in putting a Rhino in at the end. Didn't make any sense because he was at the beginning and the end, right?
No way. Ooh, wait.
Yeah, didn't he capture? He was a regular robber in the jogging.
Yeah, and he was in the suit later.
Oh,
yeah.
No,
but that's supposed to happen, right? Isn't Ron supposed to be like a regular criminal? Then he gets
he gets like the suit.
But he can't get out. That's the thing is, in the comics, I think he couldn't get out. He was like, "I'm stuck. I can't. I want to get out."
Up until him and Scorpion was stuck like that.
Oh, funny story. The same timeline was used. If y'all watch Young Justice, the third season, The Outsiders. If you watch it, there's one episode where to combat, the metahuman craze, the Russians invent very powerful mech suits, except you are permanent.
Yeah.
You lock in, it literally, it connects to your skin and your body. You get bolted in. They close it, and you are inside your own mech Gundam suit. You don't get out. It's like it's pride for my country to do this. Like the thing is, it was kind of hardcore, but it made the villains look more believable. Because sometimes the villains here it's too convenient. They made this where it was like, nah, if you sign up to be this kind of soldier, you ain't no getting out. You stuck inside. You are a robot now at this point.
Yeah.
And they still lost.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Imagine being trapped the rest of your life in an iron super suit, and you lost.
Nah, hell no. Nope.
You get damaged. You can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a dark storyline, but I'm glad they took it there. It was dope.
So you saying you get your mech dies, but you're still stuck in it and you're alive.
Like if it's damaged, and if it's damaged to like a joint won't move, like you're fine, but like the machine doesn't.
You're just kind of stuck there until they can fix it.
Until somebody fixes it.
Because you're bolted in, like the stuff when you see them happen in the cartoon, they're bolted in. Like this isn't the thing where it's a strap. Yeah. So if you imagine getting an Iron Man suit, except bigger and bulkier, if you fall with no power, you just gonna be with no power till somebody come and fix it.
Yeah.
that
noise. So the NASCAR crew come through and
fam. Because it was like a man and a woman. It was a man and a woman, and they both were fighting the Young Justice homies. And I was like, fam, I don't think you understand what you just. And they were both young. They weren't like old. They were young, not even 30. And I'm like, that's the rest of your life, fam. That's your life. You get a cold, you just in there. But that's kind of how they portray Russians in movies and TV shows. So.
From Mother Russia.
It's just permanence. You die for us, or you die for us.
Yeah, choices.
Pretty much.
Anyway, so yeah, watch Young Justice on HBO Max. It's a dope show.
I got you. I'm gonna have to check that out too. There's a couple of new HBO Max things I gotta check out.
I still gotta watch the show. I gotta watch the show Warrior.
You told me about that last night. Still like,
fam, because Phil put me on it, and I'm like, I edited it that day, but I've been on like I come back and forth and watching all this other stuff trying to keep up with.
So,
and it's like I'm about to get a plus. It's 2 seasons out, so you can just watch it.
So Samuel Jackson's getting a show.
Yeah, I knew that.
Is it Sword or is it called something else?
I'm not sure what it's called, but I just knew he was getting a show.
I heard about this. Is it what are they going to do though? When is the show going to take place?
Fury and his team. I remember that name. I remember. When they do their Marvel announcements when Disney had they had it up. I forgot it though. But for some reason, I feel like it's not Sword.
I know we're not going to get Hammer, so that's not going to happen.
It could.
You think it could happen?
Because he was in a cut scene where he was on the island, that little place where they put all the Avengers at one time when they captured him. That little floating island in the ocean. Yeah. That's where Hammer is.
Oh.
He was in a cut scene where the prisoners were running around or whatever, and he was like, being Weasley or something like that. So that's how he gets the job. He comes out and pretty much a new shield for the government.
Okay.
And he builds the Dark Avengers. But Zemo, Zemo during this Falcon and Winter Soldier, he's running around, so I think that's what he's doing. But they're introducing the Hand, so the Hand's coming out from when we saw Daredevil.
Okay.
So we're getting Hand, we're getting
there's rumors about Punisher. The rumor I heard about the Punisher is we're supposed to get the same Punisher from the Netflix show, supposed to possibly might become. Which
they just got the rights back, I think, this year.
Yeah. So Daredevil was last year, and this year is the Punisher. That was up. Jessica Jones should be up. I think the only 2 are. Oh wait.
No, they're all up now.
Yeah, they're all up now. Except for I think what's his name, Iron Fist, because Luke Cage came out the same right after Jessica Jones, so they all should be up. Maybe Iron Fist probably at the end of the year.
Kind of mad myself. I didn't finish any of the shows. I finished all of Luke Cage. I think I didn't watch the second season of Iron Fist. I don't think I watched the final Daredevil season. I didn't watch the second Jessica Jones season, which I actually heard wasn't great.
It wasn't.
And I think I didn't finish the last Punisher season.
You should watch the end of Daredevil though.
Daredevil is good, yes.
Daredevil's the only consistent one that kind of got better, and Punisher. Punisher got good too.
I will say this though, Luke. I was mad about Luke Cage because the way it ended, I thought that show could have just went the way it ended.
It was the last one. Remember, because at first they weren't going to push it out. They fought to get it put out because that was during the end of the contract when they were canceling everything. Mm-hmm. And they announced it's canceled right before that season popped off.
And then they killed that season because they started getting a lot of criticism because they didn't choose an actual Jamaican to play the villain.
So stupid.
And then then the lead character, I forget his actual name. He said something in the media that got him kind of like knocked, and it just killed that. They may have to recast that whole show if they bring that back.
The thing is, I wasn't mad about. I'm not going to say about the casting. The accent thing to me made sense because it was like, if you know anyone that speaks true Jamaican Pidgin English, it sometimes can be hard to follow for a mainstream audience. So I understood them like trying to like make it like more like the accent lighter. But you said they didn't cast any real Jamaicans. I found that kind of odd. Like, I think that was
the
guy,
the
the guy that played Bushmaster.
The actual guy wasn't.
Yeah. But so.
And they caught some shit for that, but
I mean, he black, huh? He's black.
Yeah. So it's like,
I don't know. He did a good job in the role, so I was cool.
I actually like Bushmaster. Yeah, bro.
Until I saw the interview, I was like, not Jamaican. Huh.
Hold on, bro. The first time I ever saw Idris Elba in an interview. Good day, mate. Right. I was like, wait, what? What?
Yeah.
And the Walking Dead dude, the star, the first few seasons.
If I forgive Stringer Bells,
he was English. Maggie from Walking Dead was like, no, like half the Walking Dead. It's like they was English.
You not gonna Stringer Bell English?
Yeah. I said if I can forgive Stringer Bells, I could.
Okay.
Bro,
I watched The Wire. He from Baltimore.
I'm like, bro, he's from. I said he's from New York or something. I'm from England, love. Like what?
Hey man.
And then I saw Luther on on the BBC. I was like,
what the fuck?
Bro, and the funny thing is, he's British. They rarely cast him to be Brit. Like rarely. Was it Takers? He actually got to be British.
He didn't get to be. So. Yeah, I was gonna say that was like 10 years later.
Damn, he rarely.
Speaking of him, he had a show on Netflix that got canceled that was fucking great. Turn Up Charlie. He was playing like.
That was a show? I thought it was a movie.
No, it was a whole show, bro. You gotta watch that shit. It's hilarious. The little girl that's in the show, between them two, because it's starring him, basically, and this girl. It's about him and he just. Oh my God, they just go in at each other the whole time. It's fucking hilarious.
But I'm looking it up. I'm about to watch this.
It's on Netflix still, I believe.
Yeah, it is. It's their show, I think. Like he did it with them.
Yeah.
That's the one thing Netflix has over almost everybody. They drop whole seasons at once. Boom. Enjoy.
I don't like it.
I love it. Oh my God,
there's times that I love it, but then there's times that I hate it because, like, once you finish it, you're done, and it's like
But this Lupin getting a fast turnaround, so that's about to drop. That's good.
What'd you say?
Lupin.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it. I heard it's pretty good though.
I'm just surprised. Like they're starting to do fast turnarounds though.
Yeah,
waiting for a year like your regular network. It's like, don't make me wait for a year. Dog. You didn't.
That's why Marvel and Star Wars for Disney, why it works so well. Oh, I don't get to watch this character for another year yet, but we got this character in the same universe and this character in the same universe. So it's like I'm not getting you, but I'm getting adjacent.
But that's what saves them. Netflix doesn't do that. Netflix doesn't drop shit, boom, almost once a week. Sometimes you're waiting a whole 2 weeks for something that you really want on Netflix. It just did.
That what's it called? In Between or something about the kids. But if you get in a certain age, like there's a disease or die, they tried to drop that every week, but it was like, nah, man, binge it.
No, and I think
they do that.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Well, they do. They drop some shows, but they drop it in sections. Like I was watching the new Transformers reboot, and so they dropped 6 episodes. Then, like 3 months later, they dropped like part 2.
Yeah, that's what they learned to do. But that one, they did try to drop like every week 1 episode with that in between. And then it didn't.
And a couple of the comedian shows like where they would do that where it'd be like new episode each week. Like they had a few shows to do that for.
That's fine. Like those talk, because those are supposed to be like up to date.
Like talk shows almost. Yeah.
Did they cancel that Mahaj show?
What show?
What's his name? Hazim Mahaj.
They're talking about Aziz Ansari, are you?
No, racist.
No. I'm saying because Master of None never got a season 3.
The other Indian guy. But what did you gonna say?
The Master of None show never got a season 3.
No, that's sad too. But
season 2 went off the rails a little bit, but that's for another conference.
Yeah, it started off weird, but it got back at the end.
It did. With that girl, yeah, it did.
Yeah. I'm talking about he used to be on the Daily Show. Hassan.
I think I know you're talking about.
Hassan Minaj.
He had his own show?
Yeah, on Netflix.
Was it called, what was the name of it? I almost like I know what you're talking about. Where it looks like he's doing stand-up? Was it like he's doing stand-up?
But
like,
he's talking to a crowd and he's talking about all the stuff. That was a very good show.
I remember, I
never watched it.
Yes.
You watched it?
What was he talking about? Was it political stuff? Was it him doing comedy or was it like daily
political stuff? He talked about a whole bunch of stuff. Fashion Nova, like just random stuff and like inner workings. Hassan.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Movies and TVs. Patriot Act.
Yes, I remember it had an interesting title. I remember thinking like the title was interesting.
I know the title.
2000. Yeah, they canceled it. Said 2018 to 2020.
Hey,
sad.
Dave Letterman's the only man that survives those type of shows on Netflix. It looks like.
Right.
I don't know how he
watched
even
that
made
show
it
on
back.
Netflix either.
You've never watched his show on Netflix?
I meant to because so many people interviewed. I wanted to, but
yeah, they're actually pretty good interviews. Like the Jay-Z one, obviously is good.
He did Dave Chappelle and Obama, right?
Yeah, those were good. There's a couple other really good ones too that you would like.
A lot of people I know like
you don't expect.
But riding cars with coffee, comedians, whatever. I know a lot of people seem like that.
Oh my god, that's just hilarious.
I watched a little bit of it.
It was on Crackle. That's all.
Because my wife was watching it, and I remember I stepped in on the episode. You know what threw me? I'm gonna say what threw me off. She was watching the episode with what's Sex and the City joint's name? Sarah Jessica Parker.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching it, and I was like, "You're actually kind of interesting." Because to me, the show made her come off as like bougie, corny, so I never cared about her because the show. Either. But what happened is on the Comedians in Cars with Coffee, she's not dressed ultra bougie glamour. She's dressed regular, and I was like, "Wow, because she caught a lot of flack for her looks. South Park murdered her, but when she's not dressed like she's trying to be above everyone, like I only want to find it in my mind you as a character for a show. I was like, you look way more down to earth and like a nice person. Because I thought she was more like her character.
Married to Ferris Bueller.
Right. Yeah, she married to Ferris Bueller. Yeah, I forgot his name too. Ferris Bueller.
What's his name?
Ferris Bueller's married to Sex and the City, bro. That's their names.
Yep.
Ferris Bueller's Sex and the City.
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page now. Let me make sure it's Elliot Page. Because I've been calling Elliot Juno the whole career. Like, you hear about this?
No.
No. Elaine Page, Elliot Page, trans. Yeah. But I've been calling.
I've been her character on the what's your name of the show?
Umbrella Academy.
Yes. I need that.
3 is supposed to be coming.
I need that.
They're supposed to be filming now.
Season 2 is mad to me, so I'm cool on it. I'm not too hyped.
Well, the problem with season 2 was this: I liked it, but I didn't want to go to the past, like that far back. That's not what I like. If I had my choice, I wouldn't went that far back. If it's my decision. But I will say this, I enjoyed the story, but I was hoping we was going to get like maybe just before, let's say, the main guy stepped himself into the future. That's kind of where I wanted to go.
I think it was good on the backstory, just confirming that the dude was an alien and stuff. I just didn't like how the finale was kind of like a repeat of the finale of the first one.
It was the exact same. It was the
just
same.
With some added. It's like, let's just change the board. I was like, man.
But then being back in time, pretty much. Well, it's the beginning too. It's like the world destroys here. There was gonna be a world war here too. It was like, so regardless.
That all because they killed Mary J off, and I thought she was killing it on that. But then.
Her and how he died early, because I like. But you go in the first one.
Well, with her though, you go and flip it over to Showtime, and you say, "Oh, all right, she's really in this role. I see why she left," and then you're good.
That's like Walking Dead when the one black girl got killed in Walking Dead, like how many years ago? And I tried to tell my friends, I said, "Oh yeah, she's gonna die this season." How you know? When you're casted to be the next Enterprise captain for the new Star Trek TV show, you go do that.
Yeah,
I was like, she's gonna die because she's the new captain, commander, whatever title. She's gonna be she was like the head.
That type of shit is even if you don't get love for it, that's Comic-Cons for the rest of your life. That's money for the rest of your life just off a show like that.
You can eat off that. You can eat off that for a long time.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I've been to Comic-Cons and seen actors and actresses where it's like, bro, you ain't been popping since 2003, but you're part of a big fan base. So you'll make a couple G's off your appearance, a couple G's off merchandise, a couple G's off of autographs. It's like, bro,
pictures.
Hotel paid for, a couple G's off that. Hotel paid for, your food probably paid for. You probably 10 grand up on a mid-level city.
Hold on, that makes me laugh because that makes me think of when we went to the con and me and Shogun almost got. I'm pretty sure we were about to get kicked out because we didn't see the no picture sign, and Booker T's right there.
Hold on,
both phones out, about to take a picture. Hand to right here. Hey, we're gonna need you to not do that, please. You have to pay for pictures.
Yeah.
I said, oh shit, I'm good, and turned my ass right around. I don't like you that much.
Well, no, Griff had his around his system. It was like this. He was like, click. Then you click a few.
No. He said, I don't know what you're talking about.
I respect the stars, sir.
That sounds like a lie.
No, man. I shook the hand and was hanging with him.
I feel like he clicked it. He was like, oh, I got stopped. He was like, oh. It's okay, bro. Ain't nobody gonna know nothing. Just send me the pictures, dog. You don't want nobody nothing to happen.
Trust me. They would have been on my grip if I did. But no, I was just cool with me. I remember I was in shock that I thought he'd be bigger.
Who?
Booker.
No, yeah, Booker T. I thought Booker T was like 6'5".
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, he's
like
big.
6'2", 6'1".
Yeah, I was looking at him. I was like, huh. Shook his hand.
Right? I was like, ain't that okay? I still wouldn't. I wouldn't mess with him.
Because his hands were still huge. I was like, shaking. I was like, yeah, Booker. I was, you know how you be sizing up.
You don't think you could get him now?
Nah.
He got some bad knees.
He wrestled for 20 years. You know how strong he is. Now, okay.
You might be. I'm saying, bro. Just
Spinneroonie, bro. He gonna get you, dog.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna kick him in his kneecaps.
Nah. Yeah, it's like if you fighting dirty, yeah, of course. But I'm just saying, like.
Oh yeah, I'm not standing straight up and fighting toe to toe with that.
This is true.
Hell no.
Yeah, I'm always gonna cheat.
No. He gonna hurt. Bro, you know how athletic wrestlers are? I wouldn't fight a retired wrestler.
I feel like no matter his injuries, his muscle memory is still going to outweigh my out of shapeness. So there's no way.
Like I work out, but I don't wrestle or work out.
Right.
My workout's an hour and a half.
Punishment. He's used to punishment, a certain amount of punishment.
You hit him, he's gonna be like, "That's all you got."
And it's used juicing.
Nah.
Hey, bro. I don't know who did or who didn't, but back in the day, it was rampant.
Now,
yeah,
Mark Henry, who's also shorter than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah,
but no, he's still solid.
He lost weight and still looks like he's stronger than half the world.
Because his shoulder went, like we was talking about. I was talking about Tyrone and stuff. Like my shoulders were here, his shoulders were still. I was like,
he's the kind of big where like. When he do this, like this is an arm, his arm go here.
Yeah.
Like it go here. If I had a twin and we jumped him, I still don't think we win.
No.
Nah.
When you get picked up by one hand, you probably be like, listen, you got it, fam. I apologize.
Yeah, that's true. There's gonna be a lot of my bads. Man, my bad, man. Come on, man.
My bad, fam. I'm sorry. I got a headache. I'm tripping right now. So I've been drinking. I ain't been drinking. I've been drinking. I'm sorry, dog.
I got mental problems. So
hey, dog, please help me. Please help me. Now, if you hit me, I'm gonna sue you now. So please.
Right, you just don't go to jail.
I'm gonna start the recording right now, so don't get the full context, and then I'm gonna win the lawsuit.
Right. So I gotta ask, what y'all think? Y'all both watch it?
No,
I haven't watched it yet.
No,
I've heard mixed reviews.
I'll probably watch it tomorrow. I'm watching clips because I gotta see what happened because I just saw the stats and I saw the decision.
So, you're talking about the fight?
Oh no, I'm talking about what Lee's talking about, but
comes to America.
Yeah, but also, I got you. But what you talking about? God bless, man. I gotta watch it too. I just saw that I woke. We went and shot some guns yesterday. And then I ended up staying down there till like 2 or 3 in the morning with me, Chiba, Show, and AJ. And I woke up this morning. And I was taking a piss and I was like, oh shit, that fight last night. Got all about that. We sat there and played Magic for probably like 6 hours. Could have plugged the shit up and watched the fight and everything.
In the background.
Completely forgot about it. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
right?
If you watch it, and I mean you gotta really pay attention, you're gonna feel like I don't know how this could have went. Him losing, I believe, makes sense. Mm-hmm. But if you're watching it up to a point, you'll be like, no, I think he got the points right now. Like to a point, you might be like, I think he got the points. But like you said, because
looking at the actual landing and
then when you see like the takedowns, like if you were going off an eye test and you were not using points, you'd be like, hold on, bro, he took you down twice and you couldn't do nothing about it. So
Izzy couldn't.
Izzy could not.
Izzy, I was afraid about.
Izzy proved something. I'm not gonna say he proved it, but it gives credence to what I'm about to say. People love to make the argument about name your favorite fighter, right? Versus like a legend like Bruce Lee. And people say things like size of matter because of skill, but then people say, well, we have weight limits for a reason. Izzy was at like 201 and dude outweighed him by a nice little amount. And you can see it on his body. The problem is
that's what I was gonna ask. How big of a weight difference was it? Because I didn't think he was gonna be able to get that up to that size. If you look at him, he's lanky as shit. Yeah. Now, like, it's hard to put weight on people like that.
Yeah. He probably would have had to start doing a heavy lifting regimen, because that's how Bones, I think, was able to go heavyweight, because Jones started lifting heavy. But the thing about Izzy is,
hold on, you got to understand though, that man comes from
Bones is a human.
Special.
No, John Jones is not a human. He's not a human.
They whole family not.
They're not human. Man. They're not human. John Jones and them. If you told me they were related to LeBron James and Shaq some kind of way, I'd go, I believe you. I believe you. Like they're all tall and strong. Like
shit, strong. One of them's a fucking Hall of Fame defensive end.
Yep, and one's a world martial arts champion.
Like the other one played in the NFL still too, like for a couple of good years.
Could you imagine you having a conversation with your friends? I went to school and got this kind of job. I went to school and got this kind of job. What'd you get? World champion fighter. What about you? Super Bowl. Like, you got it, fam. You got it, fam.
Whole squad got it. Yeah.
No, you got it. You got world champion fighter, world champion fighter, and a Super Bowl champion. Hey, fam, I have to find a way to outmoney you because you're winning right now.
I got a question. If they have a sister, would you even talk to her?
Listen, I'm married. Listen, I'll talk to her while being armed. While I'm armed. Look, armed.
I don't know that they do, but there's no way, bro.
She walk around. I'm a nice guy. You gotta be my family, my brothers, and my parents. It's like, wait, who's your brother? You look at come on, fam. They not human. I'm a regular guy.
Yeah, no, I'm good. We not talking no more. I'm leaving.
Nah, we good. Baby, how come? Because I don't want to get murdered with bare hands.
So, any final thoughts on WandaVision? Where you think it might go or anything else?
I'm wondering if it's the end of the series, because it did say series finale. I'm confused by that a lot. So
might be double entendre, as in the old school show series finale. Maybe not necessarily. What may happen is this: it's that show series finale, but maybe a show she's going to be part of in the future will be a different label.
True.
Or it could just be end of WandaVision,
and Wanda will be doing something later. Yeah. Because now I think we technically have a Vision. So.
Yeah. So I'm intrigued to see what's happening next,
Griff.
And I want to hope there's an episode on Thursday.
For the sake of the fact that I was honestly confused, just trying to like remember something.
I knew where you was going.
Because when you said Juno, I'm like, I know Juno. That's why I call her Juno.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm gonna call her my G Juno. You ever have actors like this, actors? You be like, hey, they know my role. Yeah, I ain't called these people by their name ever. Yeah. He would string a bell for the longest.
Yeah. Plus Juno, I don't think Juno's active they just played Juno the whole time.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Juno as a character is the character that person plays it's Juno.
Which I'm cool with actors doing that once you earn it. I was like, you didn't even try to like different roles. You've been playing Juno since Juno. I don't like that. You gotta earn that.
Because we talked about that with Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves plays Keanu Reeves in every movie.
But he earned it because he tried to
he does it well.
Hold on. What do you mean by he plays Keanu Reeves in every movie?
No. What I mean is in a bad way. What we're saying is you're who you are.
Yeah.
Just tweak slightly for the role. Like I don't look at Keanu and go
like
he's
Denzel,
all new. I can like Denzel now.
Yeah.
Like Denzel, because I can tell you Denzel. Like you're Denzel.
Like you said, Denzel earned that, but early on you did see Denzel try different, stuff like that.
Yeah. But John Travolta is another one that thought he earned the right and then realized he can't really act. And then he tried to fucking be. Hold on, Robert De Niro even tried it. No, hold on. I wasn't even gonna get to Gotti. There's a movie with him and Robert De Niro where he plays like Russian or I forget. I think it's got to be like Russian or Ukrainian or something. Like,
oh, you talking about John Travolta?
Yes.
When they're in the woods and he's hunting them or something like that?
Yes, but hold on. One of the greatest actors that has earned the right to just be himself tries to play a Southern man and do the Southern accent.
Oh,
and it's the worst. Yes. No, oh my God, it's horrible. It's the same movie.
You talking about Cape Fear?
No, it's the same movie.
Oh. I thought you were talking about.
That I'm talking about. Hold on.
I thought you were talking about.
I got you.
I'm gonna shoot John Travolta bail in 2 incidences. What's the one where he took over the subway? It was like a crazy, insane guy shot the guy in the head. I think it was a Denzel movie.
Yeah.
Taking the Pelham.
Oh yeah, that's a different one. That's a different one.
I give him that for that movie, and I shoot him bail for was it Face Off and Face Off.
I like Face Off.
When John Travolta plays insane, because it's so far from him, I feel like it works. I'll give him those two.
Robert De Niro in Cape Fear was good because he plays a Southerner. It's like he threw out all that other Chinese stuff and just played that redneck dude.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I got you. Killing Season.
Yeah, when he was hunting or whatever, he was like this.
Yeah. He's trying to do that country accent now, and he just can't do it. And it's just like, wow, God, y'all casted the wrong person for this. I feel bad for Robert De Niro, but John Travolta trying to play outside of his role was horrible as well. It was a waste of time.
Well, shit. Sometimes it doesn't work like you think it is. Sometimes it's just like you have the chops, it don't translate here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. everybody's not perfect. Ain't no actor or actress that's done a perfect role every time. So I mean, I shoot you bail when you got at least you over 500. Like in football, if you over 500, all right, I shoot you.
Yeah, at this point, it's like
so it's like as long as you're not Nicolas Cage.
I'm not gonna. No, I got to. So this is a kid with Nicolas Cage. I can probably name 4 movies.
Why do we get here?
I hate it.
No.
I can go 4 movies. You're like, wait a minute, but Nicolas Cage did amazing in these 4 movies. All right, now we're gonna listen to other 18 movies, and you'll be like, oh, I see. Oh, yeah, it doesn't.
He's the straight to DVD when it's no longer straight to DVD king. Like,
now he's a side character. His side character, he's pretty good in Kick-Ass.
He's the currency of acting because he has mixtape every other week. He has a movie.
Rapper currency. He's the currency of acting.
He puts out new movies like
he was just on Netflix.
Yeah, there's stuff you don't even know about.
Is that on Is Jiu-Jitsu out on Netflix? Is that him in Jiu-Jitsu?
No, I don't think that's out yet.
Okay.
I think.
No. If it is, I think it's coming out like next week or
new martial arts movie. I'm trying to peep that.
Because it is coming out on Netflix. But the history of the curse words on Netflix.
Yeah. He's in it.
He's like the main
narrator.
Whatever you want to narrator, yeah.
Once again, he's not like
well, he's just a quirky human being, obviously.
Yes.
And him doing that fit him so well.
The drugs, allegedly. But
allegedly. Season of the Witch wasn't bad.
Yes, that actually was good. And it had actually history in it.
And it was like surprising. I was like, this was good.
Raising Arizona was actually a good movie.
Like I said, we could name 4 or 5. And now we go through the whole Las Vegas. And
no, he has more than just 4 or 5.
I'm just saying.
Okay, you can name what you
it's
name
a bad ratio, but yes,
the ratio's not good. The ratio's not good.
No,
not at all. He had movies I was excited about, and I remember I saw them. I was like, "Boo!"
But we're all in agreement that WandaVision was good. Marvel is the king of the world,
course,
because DC drops it off. And yeah, man,
it's all good.
Yeah, man, watch all our videos. Sponsor us, please.
Help us, give us money.
Yeah, what they said.
Spread the word. Yeah. Spread our videos.
All right, guys.
All right.
And I killed Sparky too.